What if I told you your next presentation could feel like a motion graphic masterpiece, but made entirely in PowerPoint? Sounds wild, right? Well, I'm about to show you exactly how to do that, using slide master tricks that most people never even touch. Stay with me, hit subscribe so you never miss the next design hack, and let's dive into Slide Master View. Your slides are about to get a serious upgrade. We are going to head to Slide Master View and scroll down to the Layout section. This is where we'll create our professional title slide layout. Hover over the Slide Master ribbon and click on Insert Layout. Uncheck the title and footers options. For now, we'll add them later, especially the title. Next, go to the Home ribbon, hover over Shapes, and select the circle shape. Sometimes the shape may not be perfectly round, so if you want an accurate circle, hold Shift while drawing. Alternatively, you can go to the Shape Format tab while the shape is selected and set the same size values for both height and width. Let's see how it looks in normal view. You can access the layout by clicking New Slide, and there it is, select it, and it will appear as one of your slides in the presentation. You can access the same layout by hovering over Layout and selecting it there. The difference between New Slide and Layout is that under New Slide, you create a new slide, whereas under Layout, you replace the layout of the currently selected slide. You'll also notice that the shape we created cannot be moved freely. It remains stationary in the position set within Slide Master View. Earlier in this video, we saw that we could move objects anywhere we wanted. So how do we achieve that here? Well, the following crucial steps will help us make that possible. Head back to Slide Master View, hover over Insert Placeholder, and choose Text. Select all the text inside the text placeholder. While it's still selected, go to Shape Format, click the small arrow next to Text Fill, and select No Text Fill. Do the same for Text Outline, select No Outline. With all the text still selected, go to the Home ribbon and change the font size to 1. This is how it will appear. Now delete all the text, leaving no trace inside the text placeholder. I'll duplicate it to avoid repeating the same process for the next invisible text placeholders we create. Hold one transparent text placeholder and make sure it covers the entire circular shape. Select the invisible text placeholder placed over the shape, right-click on the shape, and choose Send to Back. Now, while the invisible text placeholder is still selected, also select the shape. Go to the Shape Format ribbon, hover over Merge Shapes, and choose Intersect. This becomes our new shape appearance. What we've done here is convert the invisible text placeholder into a text area that adopts the circular shapes format. Right-click the newly merged placeholder and select Format Shape. A formatting pane will appear on the right. Under the Format Shape panel, check Solid Fill, and use the same color as your background. You can also use the eyedropper tool to pick a color directly from the background. Always ensure that the placeholder or shape you want to modify is selected. Next, under Line Options, select Gradient Line. We'll use 2 gradient stops, one on the extreme left and one on the extreme right. On the left stop, change the color to white, and on the right stop, choose the color that matches your design. For type, select Radial, and adjust the direction and width as desired. It's all about enhancing your presentation and making your template look professional. Once you're done, go to the Effects section next to Fill and Line, hover over Shadow, and under Presets, select Inner Shadow. Choose the middle inner shadow and adjust its color to complement your presentation and template design. Before we continue, let's check how everything looks in normal view when presenting. If nothing appears in your normal view, simply click Reset to apply the customizations made in Slide Master View. Let's select our new shape. If it can be selected, that's perfect. Even if I accidentally move or alter it, clicking Reset will snap everything back to its original position as designed in the Slide Master View. This is how it looks so far in play mode. Now, let's continue creating. Back in Slide Master View, select the new shape and duplicate it until you have 4 shapes in total. If you open the selection pane from the Shape Format ribbon, you'll notice that each shape has a label. These labels are essentially names given to placeholders or items on the slide. And the selection pane is very useful. It allows you to position, rename, hide, show, or lock specific items. Let's select all our shapes. Notice that when we select them, the selection pane registers them as the selected items. Click the up arrow to arrange all shapes in order. Double-click each shape name in the selection pane and rename them in sequence. I'm using simple labels for clarity, and for the sake of this video, I recommend using numbers, just as I've done. This will make it much easier to identify each shape later when animating them, especially if complex names might cause confusion. Next, we're going to insert a teardrop shape to act as our water drop. Make sure it's perfectly sized, then rotate it so that the pointed tip faces upward. Drag a transparent placeholder to cover the teardrop shape, ensuring that the invisible placeholder sits behind it. Follow the same procedure as before to create an intersected placeholder, or shape whichever term you prefer. Once done, head to Shape Format, select Solid Fill, and apply the background fill color to the new teardrop shape. Then, under the Effects section, click on Shadow Presets, and this time, we'll use Outer Shadow, specifically the one in the top left corner. For the shadow color, use a darker version of your background color. If you're using a different template color, take your time testing and fine-tuning until the shadow looks just right. Once satisfied, duplicate the new teardrop shape. For the duplicated one, flip it to the opposite direction using the Shape Preset options. This time, set its color to white, and reduce the transparency to 0 so that the white shadow becomes more visible. Align both teardrop shapes to the center and middle of the layout. Now, let's switch back to normal view to review our progress. Let's return to Slide Master View and proceed. Ensure that both teardrop shapes are aligned to the center and middle of the layout. Now, it's time to bring everything we've created to life with animation. Pay close attention to these steps. Missing even one could cause you to lose track. Let's begin. We'll start with the two teardrop shapes. While both are selected, go to the Animations ribbon and choose Fly In. Then, under Effect Options, set it to From Top. To access more settings and customize the animation deeply, open the animation pane. You'll find it under the same ribbon. Once opened, a panel appears on the right side of the screen. For now, I won't go too deep into animation theory, but I'll explain a few key things that are important for you to know. If you'd like to explore more advanced animation techniques later, subscribing to the channel will help me see your interest. Make sure both animations are selected. If not, reselect the teardrop shapes, or hold Shift or Control to select both animations in the animation pane. Once highlighted, right-click on them and select Effect Options to proceed. This will open another tab with more options and personal settings for the animation. Go to Timing and select With Previous. This means the animation will play automatically as soon as the slide begins. Next, go to Text Animation, and under Group Text, choose As One Object. This setting ensures that if text is inserted into the shapes, the animation will play all at once. It's not a crucial step, but let's proceed with it for consistency. Now press OK to apply the settings. We're now going to add another animation to the teardrop shapes. Here's something important to note. When you want to add multiple animations to the same placeholder or object, selecting a new animation directly will replace the existing one. To avoid this, hover over Add Animation in the Animations ribbon. This brings up the same list of animation options as before on the left side. From there, select Fade under the Exit category. While the animations are still selected, go to Start and choose With Previous. Then, reduce the duration to 0.25 seconds, or click the down arrow to adjust and set the delay to 0.3 seconds. Now, right-click on the selected animation and choose Effect Options to review or adjust the settings. If your settings don't match, I recommend making the necessary adjustments so that they look exactly like this. Once done, play all animations to see them in action. Next, Let's rename the teardrop shapes. Drag both teardrop shapes to the top of the selection pane. Let's animate the circle shapes as well. But before that, align all the circular shapes to the center and middle of the layout, one by one. In the selection pane, hold Control and select each circular shape. Then, go to the Animations ribbon and choose Fade under the Entrance Animations. While the animations are still selected in the animation pane, right-click and select Effect Options. Under Text Animation, set Group Text to as one object and click OK once done. Select the circular shapes again. Go to the Animations ribbon and under Start, choose With Previous. You'll notice the delay values may have changed automatically, so set them all back to 0 for now. We'll now arrange our circular shape animations in descending order in the animation pane, not the selection pane. If they're already in descending order, you can leave them as they are. However, if you've used different names for your shapes, make sure they're properly arranged. Once the order looks correct, we'll begin adding delays. Leave shape 4 as it is and start with shape 3, setting a delay of 0.25 seconds. For shape 2, set it to 0.5 seconds. And for shape 1, adjust it to 0.75 seconds. Clicking the up or down arrows increases or decreases the delay by 0.25 each time. Once done, select Shapes 4 to 1 in the animation pane. Then go to Add Animation under the Animations ribbon and choose Grow or Shrink under the Emphasis section. Set the Starts with Previous, reduce the delay to 0, and set the duration to 1.5 seconds. For shape 3, increase the delay to 0.25 seconds. For shape 2, set it to 0.5 seconds. And for shape 1, adjust it to 0.75 seconds. Here, we'll customize the animation size for each shape. For shape 4, set the size to 800% and press Enter. Make sure to press Enter, otherwise your custom size won't be applied. Then click OK to close the tab. Repeat the same process for shape 3, setting the size to 600%. Press Enter and close the tab. For shape 2, set it to 400%. And finally, for shape 1, set it to 200%. Now, let's test it in normal view. If yours doesn't look the same, review the steps and identify where something might have gone wrong so you can correct it. You'll notice that all the animations are currently playing at once, but we want to make them flow more smoothly. In Slide Master View, under the Animations tab, select the first shape animation we created. Click on it, then go to the Animation ribbon, and under Start, select After Previous. This adjustment ensures that all the animations above it play first, and then this one follows along with the animations below it. Let's test it again in normal view. Great job. However, there's still a slight issue with the waves. You might notice that, unlike in the beginning of the video, the presentation doesn't end as smoothly. Let's fix that. Return to Slide Master View and select the last 4 animations we created. Go to the Animation ribbon, hover over Add Animation, and select Fade under the Exit Animations section. With the newly added exit animation still selected, set the Starts with Previous to ensure all selected animations have the same start option. This time, for the delay, extend it to 1 second. Then, select Shape 3's exit animation and increase its delay to 1.25 seconds by clicking the up arrow once. Next, select Shape 2's exit animation and extend its delay to 1.5 seconds. And finally, Shape 1's exit animation to 1.75 seconds. Preview the animations to confirm that they match what we want. Remember to always hit Reset in normal view whenever you've made changes in Slide Master View. Excellent work. Now, let's make every moment of our time worthwhile by creating an introduction animation. Go back to Slide Master view and uncheck the title option in the Slide Master ribbon. Then head to Insert Placeholder and select Text Placeholder. Before we begin, let's hide our finished elements to prevent accidentally deleting or misplacing them. Keep in mind that any changes made in Slide Master view affect normal view, except for hiding placeholders or items, since hidden objects still appear in normal view. Open the selection pane and click the eye icon to hide any items you don't want to interfere with. We're going to make these placeholders identical. Start by deleting everything inside the new text placeholder. Copy and paste the text from the title placeholder into the new one. Ensure both placeholders are the same size, with matching font size, font style, and text alignment. If anything seems off, fix it to maintain uniformity. Don't forget to rename the placeholders as well. Remember, the order of the text placeholders matters. The first text placeholder listed in the selection pane will appear in front of the second. Once that's done, select the first text placeholder in the selection pane, go to Format Shape, and hover over Text Options. Choose Gradient Fill for the text fill. Ensure there are only 2 gradient stops, one on the left and one on the right. Delete any extra stops by selecting them and pressing the X button. Choose a color of your choice for both the left and right stops. Then adjust the gradient fill settings until your design looks polished. Once done, align each text placeholder to the middle and center of the layout. If you notice that the texts of both placeholders don't match as expected, check for inconsistencies. If yours still doesn't align, double-check the text captions. You may have accidentally typed an extra character or missed one in one of the placeholders. Once everything looks perfect, create additional text placeholders for your subtitles, and repeat the same procedure as before with the title placeholders. After completing the subtitle placeholders, drag them next to their respective title placeholders. Drag the first subtitle placeholder next to the first title placeholder. Now, let's finalize everything by adding animations. Hide them temporarily so you're left with a second title and subtitle placeholders. Select both, go to the Animations tab, and choose Fade. In the animation pane, you'll notice that the previous animations have disappeared, but don't worry. When placeholders are hidden, their animations are also hidden, not deleted. Select the first text animation and set it to After Previous. Finally, unhide all the items from the selection pane so we can continue building upon them. Well, look at that. All our animations are back, including the new ones we've just added at the bottom. Let's hide them again, except for the second title and second subtitle text placeholders, so we can continue with the animations. Select them, hover over Add Animation, and apply the color brush effect. In your animation pane, right-click on these 2 newly added animations while they're still selected, and choose Effect Options. Under Effect, change the setting to All at Once. Then, under Timing, set the Start option to With Previous. Next, in the text animation section, you might notice that the group text option doesn't appear immediately. So click OK to verify your changes, then double-click each animation separately to reopen the effect options for each one. And you'll now be able to make a selection under group text. Choose all paragraphs at once and click OK once you're done. Repeat the same steps for the next color brush animation. Now, let's give both of our brush color animations a white color fill. Once we're done, we'll unhide the first title and first subtitle placeholders and hide the second title and second subtitle text placeholders. For the first title and first subtitle placeholders, we'll apply a simple wipe animation. Make sure it starts from left. Add a delay of 0.25 seconds and ensure both animations start with previous. Now let's see how this would look in a presentation. Now, our text animations didn't appear because we haven't added any content yet. The text we added in Slide Master View acts as captions or instructions for normal view, but it won't appear when we play the slide or presentation. So let's add some information. You can always drag any placeholder anywhere you like and then hit reset to snap them back to their original positions as allocated in Slide Master View. Note that whatever information you put in the first title text placeholder should be exactly the same as what you place in the second title placeholder. The same rule applies to the first and second subtitle placeholders. Now, let's play the slide again and see how it turns out. Great job. You can also move these shape placeholders wherever you prefer. The animations will still function perfectly. However, if you want to adjust the animation or effect position, do it directly in normal view and avoid hitting reset afterward. If you're tired of fumbling with animations on every slide, stuck doing the same work over and over, whether you're just getting started, designing cool slides, or delivering high-stakes presentations, you deserve a toolkit that saves time and makes your work shine. So if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and tap the bell. Your future self will thank you.